Hey there. Okay, so today we're going to talk to you a little bit about the different buyers that we're seeing in the market right now. So there seems to be a couple different groups, and it's affecting, what sellers are seeing. So why don't you share what you're seeing, John?
Yeah, it kind of comes down to how long you've been a buyer. So if you started middle of last year at, let's say, 4 to 4.5% interest rate, it's been a tough go because you've seen your purchasing power dwindle. I mean, it peaked at 7%. So at that point, if you were looking at, say, if you were qualified up to, say, like a $2 million house, suddenly you're not comfortable with that price anymore, and you need to get, something around like 1.6 and 1.7. But of course, a buyer doesn't want to buy a different house. They want to buy the house that they were looking at when they had a rate at 4.5. So a lot of buyers, and it wasn't personal, wrote lower offers and said, hey, regardless of whatever comps the sellers are using, this is what I can afford now. Some sellers responded to that and put their home into escrow at a lower number, but a lot of sellers just stayed patient and waited a lot of these buyers out and just felt like they wanted to tie their value to recent comps and weren't willing to walk away from a lot of equity that they've built up over the last several years. So that's buyer number one. Buyer number two is somebody that started in the last month. It's completely different psychology because they decided they want to buy, they talked to their loan officer said, hey, you're qualified up to $2 million and the rate's going to be 6.5%. And they said, okay, let's go look. They find something at $2 million, they say, let's offer $1,950,000. Suddenly they're in escrow, everybody's happy. Same interest rates, same market, completely opposite feelings about the real estate market. And it's all about, like I said, when you started the process.
Yeah, that's exactly right, John. So how we're counseling sellers in this situation is if you get a lowball offer, don't take it personal. It may be that this buyer can only qualify up to that max price, and so they just submitted an offer to see, how you would respond. And sometimes it pays to be patient and wait for that right buyer. It just depends. So.
Exactly. And again, all offers are helpful. You can leverage to get other offers in. It's very possible that you've got other buyers, like I said, that just started the process, and they're going to look at your home in a very different light than someone who's been in the market a while. So just keep that in mind. And again, the other thing is that a lot of buyers who started last year, they're starting to come to the conclusion, if they really do want to buy, that they just need to buy a house that's a little bit lower priced. It may mean changing a zip code, it may mean dropping a bedroom, buying a home without a view instead of a view. These are all things that buyers are having to factor in because at the end of the day, they need to live somewhere and they need to fill those needs. And at the end of, and so as interest rates are dropping, that's helping, but a lot of buyers are, and it takes about 6 months, which kind of makes sense why the market is starting to increase, is because everyone is moving forward with their plans and just adjusting to the new reality.
That's a good point. So that's what we have for you today. Thanks for staying with us, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.